Alright, welcome back to another video. I'm at South Bend Airport, and yeah, we got a South Shoreline train here, and I'm going to be taking it all the way to Chicago, all the way to Millennium Station. And yeah, so they are letting us board early. The train doesn't leave for about another 20 minutes, but they came in a few minutes ago and said that we could get on if we wanted, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I've never ridden the South Shoreline before. There was a video that I made a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, but some time ago, where I went to Chicago and went to Millennium Station and got to see the South Shoreline pull out. But I never rode it, so that's what we're going to do today. Interesting that the train is significantly longer than the platform. NICTD, I forget what that stands for. I think it's Northern Indiana Commuter Train District. Something like that. All right. It is 4:52. And we literally pulled out of the station almost to the second on time, which is very impressive. There's not really a whole lot of people on this train with me. I'm assuming it'll fill up a little bit more as we get closer to Chicago. But also, I was relatively fortunate to be able to sort of cram this into my schedule and ride this entire thing, because there's actually not a lot of trips from South Bend to Chicago, or vice versa. I think there's only like 6 per day. So yeah, I got a little bit lucky with the timing that I could work this in there and get this done. So yeah, obviously I'm sitting backwards, but that's okay. All right, whenever they come around to collect my ticket. It's crazy how so close to the street we're running right now. Like, really close. Didn't this thing used to run in the street in certain places, if I remember correctly? Yeah, we're so close to the street that I can, like, just barely get a shot where we can even see any of the rail bed. All right, we are cruising. It's pretty smooth, too. Of course, my camera wants to really focus on the dirty window over anything else. I'm trying to at least get a few shots here where the dirty window isn't the object of focus. Interesting, we got another South Shoreline train, and two extra trains. Look at that. Very interesting. I guess they're just parked here as a short turn, because the frequency of this line does increase as you get closer to the city. Not all trains go all the way out to South Bend, so I guess they're just storing trains here. Oh, you even got the maintenance equipment. Look at that. Alright, so this is Carroll Avenue Station, which I guess is just a part of Michigan City. There is an actual Michigan City station later, although it's called 11th Street. So that's interesting. I believe there's also an Amtrak station in Michigan City, but it's a few blocks away from 11th Street, so we're not going to get to see that. I mean, of course, all these things have giant parking lots. It's not exactly on a spot with a lot of stuff around it. and this is a nice one. We're at Dune Park, which doesn't really have too much appreciable density around it. I mean, it's a nice looking station, but, there's nothing over there. I'm honestly a little surprised it's worth stopping here, but I don't know, maybe Dune Park is some kind of attraction? I don't know. I'm not from this area. I have no idea what it is and isn't a ridership generator, but so there's actually a couple interesting things about the timekeeping of the South Shore line that I've noticed and sort of want to comment on. The entire line, all the station signage and stuff, all uses Chicago time, which is interesting. And I don't know how visible it was. I don't know if I focused on that sign back at South Bend, but it said the train was leaving at 3:52, when in reality it was 4:52. Well, that's because it was 3:52 p.m. Chicago time. So yeah, it's back 1 hour. And the funny thing is that we are well into Central Time at this point. We just passed Miller Station, and yeah, the boundary is east of Michigan City as far as I'm aware. So I should be in Central Time, but I guess my phone is still holding on to a cell tower signal from the Eastern Time Zone, and so my phone is telling me that it's 6 o'clock when it's actually 5 o'clock local time. So yeah, just kind of interesting that my phone is taking this long to change time zones. I'm assuming it will pop over soon enough, but threw me for a loop for a second because I was like, wait a minute, I know I'm due to get into Millennium Station at 5:55. So why is it 5:55 now? Well, as it turns out, it's 4:55 Chicago time. So I thought I'd miscalculated something or read something wrong, but no, I didn't. That's correct. We are still due to get in at 5:55, and we are, as far as I know, on time. South Shore Line actually typically has a pretty good on-time performance. I know there's the Miles in Transit video where they said a disastrous ride on the South Shore Line or whatever, but I don't know. It's been fine for me so far, so I don't know. Maybe we just have different experiences on different days. All right, so here's Gary. Oh. Welcome to Gary, which keeps getting obscured by various things. Look at this. Here we have yet another case of us basically running down the median of a street. And yeah, this is a very, very obvious reminder of the legacy of the South Shore Line as an interurban. And actually, I believe this is one of the last remaining interurbans in the country. I think technically one of the D trolleys in Philadelphia, actually technically both of them, count as interurbans, but they're not nearly this impressively long. It takes 2 hours to ride this from end to end, and it's quite high speed. So definitely quite different from the low speed, D1 and D2, or as they used to be called, the 101 and 102 out in Philly, which are much less impressive as they cover much shorter distances. But yeah, it's certainly a good thing this was preserved, because pretty useful. All right, so this is kind of funny. We're still in Indiana, but this station is called East Chicago. And no, this is not the last station before Chicago. There are many other stations remaining. All right, we are now crossing into Illinois. Now from here on out, the station stops are going to get significantly denser than they were in Indiana. So, even though we've covered most of the distance, we still have 35 minutes left on the trip. At the very end of the line, we're actually going to share track with Metro Electric, which I have ridden. Not much of it, but I have technically ridden it, and so yeah, it's just kind of cool that they share the right of way. So far, nothing but an exceptionally smooth ride and no problems. All right. And as the sun periodically peeks through the trees and ruins my camera's ability to focus on anything other than the dirty window glass, this is the Metro Electric right of way. Man, that sun is bright in this camera. But it's cool to see all the trains going by. Ah, if I put the camera like that, it suddenly stops focusing on the window dirt. There we go. This must be like rush hour, come to think of it. So I'm not surprised we're seeing lots and lots and lots of trains go by. We're getting pretty close now. Only about 15 minutes or so, I think. All right, we're doing callbacks now. That was 27th Street, the least used station with abnormally high frequencies on Metro. That is immediately adjacent to a slightly radioactive field. Leave a comment down below if you remember that one. You can tell we're entering the dense downtown core now. Only a few stops left before the end of the line. Welcome to North Philadelphia. No. All right, pulling into Millennium. Ooh, I got a nice window right here. Kind of. That's a better window. It says all doors will open, so I'm just gonna stand here and take this shot right here. Not sure which side it's gonna open on. Could be this side. I can get a better view here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. No, I think it's gonna be this side. Well, that concludes our trip on the South Shore line. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be this side. There's no platform there. It's probably gonna be even colder here than it was in South Bend, so I hope it's not too brutal. Oh, we got another one, I think. Yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, all the South Shoreline trains just pull up here. This is the South Shoreline section of the station, which I now remember now that I'm looking at it. So it wouldn't have been anything else but a South Shoreline. It's so interesting to be back here, because I've only been here once. But I remember it so well, because it was the first stupid trip that I ever took. I'm not 100% sure which way out of here that I want to go. You know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try taking the Pedway and then taking the Blue Line. I could walk to Union Station, but I don't feel like that because it's like something like a 22-minute walk or something like that, and I would rather not do that. So the Blue Line might be my ticket. This way, I believe. I've never used the Pedway before. And hey, on the upside, I've got a Ventura card that's just taking up space in my purse that I'm not using because I don't live here. Might as well get some use out of it. This is like a better version of the Philly Center City tunnels. It's kind of cleaner. Just follow the signs. Just follow the signs. It's really quiet down here. At least it's nice. I mean, it's nice to be walking inside rather than outside under the circumstances. Still a little chilly down here, but it's okay. Although I've completely lost a sense of which direction I'm headed in. I'm just blindly following the signs. Guess there's just one platform. I believe I'm going to Forest Park. Hang on, actually, I might be able to take this one. I really think I might be able to. So actually, yeah, this train's actually short turning really early, but actually it's short turning after I need to get off, so I'm fine.
Clinton is next. Doors open on the left at Clinton. Transfer to Metro and Amtrak trains at Clinton.
That's me, Amtrak. I don't mind leaving this in the video, but I am, because it's cool. It's more transit. I'll end the video once I get to Union Station about that. Oh, this is narrow. This is also very narrow. Union Station, 2 blocks north, this way. That's nice. They even have helpful signage for you. This way. I don't think I've ever actually really seen Union Station correctly before from the outside. I saw like one small part of it when I was coming out, when I took the Lakeshore Limited in, but I've never actually approached it from the outside. I am also pleased to report that at long last my phone has finally transitioned to Central Time. That took a while. I'm not sure why, but yeah, now it's in Central. It's correct now. Bike lane, love to see it. Parking, love to see it a little less. At least it's underground. So where's the proper entrance to this thing? I can see the facade here. Is it around the corner? I'm actually not sure what side the legit entrance is supposed to be on. Maybe it's just fine from all sides. I don't know. I'm not going to keep walking around anymore trying to find it. Watch, it's on the fourth side and I never saw it. Let's just go in this way. It seems grand enough. All right, look at that. Looks nice. Also, somehow I'm betting that that's correct and the grand entrance is there. Let's make my way down the stairs. Anyway, the point of this video isn't Union Station. The point of the video is the South Shore line, which we got done. So, hope you enjoyed that. Very successful run. And at this point, I'm going to leave the video off here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.